Facebook. Let me put this on mute. Hey guys, hey my replay viewers. Thank you all for joining. And for my replay viewers as well, when you do catch this broadcast, if you are new watching my broadcast for the first time, put newbie in the comments so I can make sure to thank you even after the fact. And if you're a vet, you already know the routine. If you're a vet and you're watching the replay, put vet in the comments so I can make sure to come back and thank you as well. And, I have a new thing. If you're one of my AVF community members, put in the comments hashtag I am AVF. And that's for my replay viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey Michael, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Hey cuz, thank you guys for joining. Hey. And as I was saying, when you guys popped in, have something new tonight. If you coming into the room with likes, thank you guys so much. If you are new to catching my broadcast, type newbie in the comments. If you're a vet, you already know what to do. But I got a new thing. Yes. If you are a part of my AVF community, type in the hashtag I am AVF. Yeah, so we got to recognize my community members for showing up and showing out. Yes. Welcome, Tamika. Welcome, Patrice. Yes, thank you guys so much. Since I have 5 viewers on, we like to talk back and forth. So come on, let me know you're here. If you're in the room, come on and represent. You're new, type newbie. You a vet, that means you caught my broadcast before, type vet. And if you're a part of my AVF community for authentic, vulnerable, and free, go ahead and type in the comments, hashtag I am AVF. Hey Regina, thanks for joining, honey. I'm so sorry I missed your mom. She was down in my area. I saw that she posted she was in Norfolk, and that's like 10 minutes from my house. But I didn't see her post until late. It was late, so she was leaving in the morning. But hopefully I can catch her next time. Okay, trying to get my computer to act right, but of course it won't. Gotta love technology. Thank you guys for joining into the broadcast, and hopefully you guys had a better day than I did at work. My day with my corporate sponsor today was a bit challenging, but it was great because I knew at the end of the night that I'd be hanging out with you guys, and puts me in a better mood. Hey Rhonda, thanks for joining. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes to see who pops in, and while I'm doing that, let me introduce myself to those who may watch the broadcast after. I am Audra Upchurch. I am a speaker, an entrepreneur, and an upcoming author. I'm a marathoner, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I am here for you on Facebook Live, giving you tips on how to live free and live authentically. So tonight's topic will be about it's time to live free. So it's funny. Thanks for joining, Rhonda. And tonight, I don't know if you caught it, the third option besides newbie vet is also to put in the comments hashtag I am AVF. So do that when you get a chance. But I actually submitted my chapter this weekend. I did an all-nighter and wrote my chapter for an anthology I'm going to be a part of. I'm really blessed to have been selected to be one of the co-authors in Nikki Wood's next anthology. And if you don't know who Nikki Woods is, she's the executive producer for the Tom Joyner Morning Show. If you're in New York, you guys, I'm sure you're very familiar with the Tom Joyner, the TJMS. So Nikki is the executive producer. Nikki Woods is the executive producer of the show, and she is putting on her 3rd anthology with 20 authors, and we're all sharing stories of how we overcame obstacles. So this weekend I submitted my chapter, Can you give me a hand clap, a yay, a whoop whoop, something? Because that's big. I pulled an all-nighter and wrote my chapter. And I wrote and I cried and I wrote and I cried. And then I just yarned and was tired. But 9 a.m. Sunday morning, I hit send on my email with my chapter. And now I await the edits. So I'm pretty excited about that. So stand by for more details. But the book will definitely be out before the year is out, before 2016 is out. So we're expecting October, November time frame. So it's going to be a whirlwind. So stick with me. You'll get the information. And just keep cheering me on, guys, because, you know, this is new territory for me. But, you know, it's about making lemonade out of lemons. You know, we all have things in life that we go through that we think would tear us apart, right? We all been through things that had somebody else experienced it, they wouldn't be standing. Can anybody relate to that? Have you been through some things in life that had somebody else gone through those things? They wouldn't have survived. But the great thing about when you do survive, you're in a position now to take what you've learned and help somebody else. Because you really have two choices, right? You can survive and you can be bitter and angry and ball up in a corner and just say, why me, Lord? I don't deserve this. Or you can survive and choose to thrive. So you have two choices. And a part of my choosing to thrive and not let my past dictate my future, I've decided to help other people who may be stuck where I was. Because I didn't always have this stuff figured out. Trust me, I didn't have it all figured out. There were a whole lot of hurdles and things I had to go through. And times I had to bump my head up on the wall quite a few times. And if I can help someone else not have to hit the wall as many times as I did, then, you know, it'll make that process not seem so bad. Yes. Survive and choose to thrive. Amen. Amen. So tonight I want to talk about living free, which is something I would say over the last 5 years have truly embraced and didn't even realize that I wasn't free when I was all bound up. So let me see if you can relate. How many of you have been hurt by someone? And I'm not talking just relationship stuff, okay? Because let's be real, other people can hurt us, right? Friends and family can hurt us too. So how many of you have been hurt by someone in your life and you were so impacted by that pain? You were so shocked by that pain that you made a conscious choice. You made a conscious choice. This ain't gonna happen to me again. And you put a wall up. If that's you, put a number 1 in the comments. So, you know I'm not alone in this. So how many of you have been hurt by someone, family, your cousin, your sister, your best friend, your auntie, been hurt by someone so bad that when it hurt you, one, you were so caught off because you were caught off guard because you weren't expecting it from them in the first place, right? We can relate. Let me see them number 1s. Yeah, I see it. Rhonda, Tamika, yeah, I see it, right? That thing hurt so bad. That thing shocked you and threw you off balance so much that your only recourse was to put that wall up. Okay, Patrice says she keeps losing sound. Do you guys hear me okay? Does everyone else hear me okay? Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me okay. I want to see if it's just Patrice's connection or if it's my connection. So if you can't hear me, can you hear me okay, Tamika? That means yes, you can hear me okay. Or yes, I'm breaking up. Let me know what you mean. Rhonda, Regina, Jeannie, can you guys hear me okay? Loud and clear? Awesome. Okay. Patrice, it might be your connection, so you might want to move around or go on the terrace. Thanks, Rhonda. Got it. So a couple of you guys were in the same boat I was in, right? Kind of caught off guard. Hey, thanks for joining, Antoine. Kind of caught off guard. Somebody did something to hurt you. Completely shocked, completely thrown off your feet. And in a defense mechanism, you threw up a guard. You threw up a wall. We're taught to think that that's a natural response, but that's actually learned behavior. Think about it. Cool, thanks, Regina. Think about it. When we were kids, right? Now, let's be real. As children, that's why we love children, because they're honest, right? We love watching kids play because they're honest. We love watching children play because they're authentic. Children haven't learned to put up a fake face. You know, they're going to give it to you straight. They're going to tell you what it is. I love their honesty, their youthful honesty, right? As we get older, we learn to put up the facades. But kids, they're pretty straight. What I also love about kids is that you got two kids getting a fight. Next minute, what are they doing? Y'all know. They playing like nothing ever happened. One could say something really nasty to the other. And they tight. And they'll fight it out. But within the next hour or less, the kids put it behind them. And they continue playing. Exactly, Tamika. But that's a natural response. What we do as adults, that's learned behavior. And unfortunately, that learned behavior can prohibit us from having real relationships and lock us in. See, when you build up a wall, not only are you stopping other people from getting to you, you can't get to anyone else. Realistically, it's almost impossible to build up a wall in this area and not have it affect you in this area. So if you build up a wall in regard to your heart and not getting in a relationship but not getting hurt, that same heart is the same heart that has to deal with friends and family as well. And then when you build up the wall, you're not putting yourself in a space to heal. And so all that mess that you got going on just sits there. The biggest epiphany I had was when I realized that I allowed the people that hurt me to stop me from having better relationships. So those people, they win. They win. Something about that didn't sit right with me. Can y'all relate? Do you get where I'm driving at? That if you allow the people that have hurt you to allow you to put up a wall to other people that want to love you, then the people that hurt you win. You feeling me on that? On top of that, when you allow the people that hurt you to win, because now you're behind the wall, you're also locked in. You're almost imprisoning yourself. It's time to be free. Let me see what Patrice says. Our families are teachers. If they hurt us, we think the outside world shouldn't get in. That's a great point. But the thing is, Patrice, it's like we think that we're stopping people from getting in when we put up a wall. But that's not really what's happening. I should have played this on, pulled this up on YouTube to play it. But think about that song. What's that song? How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I tried that love thing for the last time. But then she's looking up, wow, how did you get here? That chick had a wall. And boop. Somebody still got in. There is no way you can build a wall high enough to fortify it that someone won't get in at some point. Let's think about it. Even with building the walls, we've already acknowledged that we've all been hurt by somebody that impacted us and it shocked us and it rocked our world, and we put up a wall. Now think about it. How many of us that put that number 1 in the comments, how many of us still wound up getting hurt by somebody else later on? I know I ain't the only one. I don't know a soul who put up a wall and still never got hurt again. Because the problem with the wall, hello somebody, Tamika's laughing. The problem with the wall is that the wall never taught you how to communicate. The wall never taught you how to deal with the hurt you got. The wall never taught you how to communicate or build boundaries, so it won't happen again. So putting up the wall taught you nothing. The only thing the wall did was imprison you. It imprisoned you, and it stopped you from getting love from the people who didn't want to give it to you. That's the only thing that wall did. Well, all right. And look, I ain't talking about the wall Donald Trump talking about either. The thing about putting up a wall to people, Tamika, you cracking me up. The thing about putting up a wall with people is that you lose. You so lose. Because when you put up that wall, the people standing on the other side of it, they never fully get to know you, right? Because your view is obscured because there's a wall, right? So your view is obscured, so you can't clearly see them. So when that one-off person that does sneak around and get into the wall and surprises you like the song, how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. They're in your space now, and because you never saw them clearly, they're in your space and they're not who you thought they were because you never had a chance to interact with them clearly. Anybody else go through that? Put up a wall with somebody, then you let them in. And then when they got in, the same type of hurt happened again. So you thinking, oh, I'm right. I should have never let them in. No, you're wrong. What you should have had, instead of building a wall, you should have built some boundaries. Then this way, you can decide how far you're going to keep them out and create measures for when you're going to let them move up further. Okay, what are boundaries? Look at boundaries like borders, right? Parameters. I'll give you examples. And I'm giving examples for dating, but because they're easier to relate to. But this applies to all people, okay? I'm just going to give a general example of relationships because, you know, I mean, we're human. That's what a lot of folks can relate to. So for the folks that just popped in the room, if you're new to catching my broadcast, type in newbie. If you've caught my broadcast 1 or 2 times, type in vet. And if you're in my AVF community, type hashtag I am AVF. Thanks for the hearts whoever popped in. So if you're in my AVF community, hashtag I am AVF. If you're a vet, you've caught it before, type vet. And if you're a newbie, your first time catching my broadcast, type newbie. And if you're catching the replay, I am Audra Upchurch, entrepreneur, speaker, upcoming author, and I'm here to share with you how you can truly live free. And thank you guys for the hearts. Love it, love it. Yay, 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 yay. So, segue over into boundaries. When you have boundaries, which are measures, which are borders, right? When I was dating, one of my boundaries was a first date. Excuse me, let me rephrase this. Once I became aware that I needed boundaries in my life. Because again, like I said earlier, I had to hit my head on the wall a few times, right? Quite a few times. So once I established boundaries in my life, right? Because, I got to be real. I didn't always have them. And I made some poor decisions. Almost cussed. Lord forgive me. I made some poor decisions, okay? I don't know if y'all can relate, but I made some, and I own it. But once I realized, one, who I was, or in the words of Miss Donna Hicks Izard, my girl from New Jersey, once I realized who I was, whose I was, and my why, I was able to establish some boundaries. Did you catch that, Tamika? And when I would date someone for the first time, the date had to be in the daytime. That was just my thing. I felt it sent a message, and it sent a clear message. It took me a while to understand that. Another boundary that I set, even with friends. When I was single, my girls could call me 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Once I got married, don't you call my house after 10 o'clock. Boundaries, okay? There's nothing wrong with establishing healthy boundaries. But when you're getting to know people, who you're first meeting can be kind of glossed over, and there can be things that you don't easily identify. So you establish boundaries until they've proven a level of safety. For example, I'm gonna be real with you. My husband's probably going to get me for telling this, but when we were dating, when I knew we were getting to the point where things were getting kind of serious between us, I did a background check. Because for me, my financial stability was important. That was a boundary for me. I thought I was in my 40s. I had done some things and gotten my life together. I had bought a house, and I had established myself to a certain point. So before I took another step in the relationship, I wanted to make sure that this man could walk with me. And I didn't do it behind his back. I told him, this is what I'm going to do. And, this is why. That was a boundary for me. For someone else, that may not be a thing for them. But when you understand who you are, you can create healthy boundaries. Now, one, if he had had a negative response to me saying that, for me, that would have been a flag. And so he would not have progressed. His boundary line would not have been moved any further. Okay? Okay, Andrea? Yes. If the information that was retrieved on the background check wasn't satisfactory, he may or may not have progressed any close on the boundary lines, depending on his response. But when I told him, he was like, oh yeah, that's cool, let me know what you find. Then I did it and didn't find anything. So we're married today. Yay. But I had very clear boundaries. Also, my clear boundary was, until I'm married, I'm single. That's just how I see it. Till I'm married, I'm single. So there are certain things that we don't do together, we don't share together. That's your life, this is my life. Until we're married, we're single. Those are my boundaries. Very clear. Because I like it. But you can establish those boundaries with people. But see, once you do that, it allows you to act and perform from a proactive stance versus being reactive to what someone else has done to you. So let's say an example of me doing the background check, okay? Me not doing that and going, oh, well, he seems nice. I'm sure everything is okay. Then getting married, then, because also we shared credit reports and stuff before we got married too. But anyway, finding all that stuff out afterwards, now I'm reacting, right? Now I'm hurt, now I'm upset, now I'm reacting. You're not performing in a place of control when you're reacting. You're just allowing life to happen to you and allowing yourself to be a victim. So because I had boundaries with him, I was able to open my heart and receive love and give love because I didn't have a wall up. Because I established boundaries. Not when I met him. The boundaries were already established before I met him. Right? And then as we learned each other and I saw how he reacted in the space, I was able to kind of allow him closer in. Think of boundaries as circles around you. You have these big circles. You're in the middle and you have these circles. But as you get to know the person and they react to your boundaries satisfactorily, then you can allow them closer into the circle and so on and so on. If you see that their reaction to your boundaries, not so good, then you know, okay, maybe I need to expand them out a little further or make the decision if they even deserve a position or space in your environment at all. So there is no cause to live bound by things that people have done to you and hide behind a wall. You can live free, and you can live free. You just have to put boundaries in place. You can live free. So what Billy Joe and Aunt May and Mark, Bobby, and Sue did to you 5, 10, 15 years ago does not have to dominate your life today. It does not have to control your thinking. It does not have to control your actions. You can live free today and receive love freely and give love freely. It's just about making a choice. Got to establish the boundaries and let those chains go. Because when you make your decisions based on what other folks did to you, they're in control. Not you. They're in control. Do you want to be in control of your own life? Do you want to live free? Let me know in the comments. Are you ready to live free? Or do you want to continue to allow the people that hurt you to control? Do you want to live free? Are you ready? Let me see. I want to live free. Do you want to live free? Because it feels good on this side. It feels good on this side. And it could feel good for you too. So that's it from you guys. You know I don't stay on the Facebook Live too long. I give you a good 30 minutes and I'm out. Yes, I want to live free. Yes, proactively. Yes, Rhonda. Yes, Rhonda. Living free. It's a choice. It is a choice. We don't have to be bound by the things that other people have done to us. How we're able to actually walk in that freedom will be determined by the boundaries we set. Come on. Uh-oh. It says signal is weak. Uh-oh. Must be time to jump off. Facebook's going to throw me off whether I want to or not. Uh-oh. You guys still there? You're gone. I got it, honey. I took the Wi-Fi. For some reason, the Wi-Fi came back on, but I'm back on Facebook Live now.
It's on now, Wi-Fi?
No, I took it off the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
I took my phone off the Wi-Fi.
Well, I'm going to go tomorrow anyway.
Okay. So, guys, hey, thank you guys for sticking with me. I don't know what happened. You guys rock. You guys are amazing. I love you. Thank you so much. Got what, 3 of you hanging on. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tamika. I don't know who the third person that hung in there with me, but thank you also. I'm going to go ahead and go. I don't know what's going on with this connection, but thank you so much for tuning in. It's a choice to live free. It is definitely possible. You just got to establish those boundaries, okay? You can get them in place, and we'll talk more about how to get those things done. If you want to have more conversation like this that kind of goes a little bit deeper, please feel free to join me in my Facebook group, Authentic, Vulnerable, and Free. I will post the link at the bottom of this broadcast once I'm done. But Authentic, Vulnerable, and Free, it's a woman-only group where we truly dig deep and explore our authentic self. And we would love to have you join us. And I will see you here on my Facebook page tomorrow at 9 p.m. Hopefully no glitches with the Wi-Fi. And you guys have a great night, and I'll see you then. Thanks for sticking with me. Bye.